Stella. Happy Thursday. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you are having a good week and sending you positive energy and encouragement so that you will be resonating with the messages and can release anything that didn't serve you today so that you can come and feast on the positive vibrations, the good energy, the encouraging, uplifting messages sent from the divine to help us on our journey. So before we get started, I'm just going to ask you to please take a moment to center yourself. Take some nice cleansing breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, and just set an intention to be a sponge and to soak in the high vibrational frequencies from the messages, from the energies that are literally like a prism shining out all over the universe to assist mankind during these challenging times that many of us have been day by day, minute by minute, trying to maintain positivity and light and joy. And so I'm sending all of you so much love and light and healing vibrations for whatever you have gone through, whatever you're experiencing right now. And for those of you who have been maintaining your energy and positivity through these challenging times, so proud of you. Keep up the good work. It definitely helps those around you when you bring light wherever you go. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get started. And the first deck that we are working with this evening is called the Sacred Spirit Reading Cards. And it's just kind of funny because I thought I had the set of decks that I was going to be working with, and at the last minute I went over and I went, oh, okay, this one, haven't worked with this one in a while. And I says, well, if there's really a message here, let me just pull a card right off the bat and see what happens. And so this is what happened. It was number 18, Ground Your Light. Let your soul shine. And I love this because, as you can see, we have what appears to be a divine masculine being sitting in this field of green grass with this beautiful sun and beautiful light and these linked up, I always say the wheels, the energy meridians, the chakras connected through the body. Now, I feel like there is an important lesson here because we normally see the chakras represented through the front of the body, from the Earth Star to the crown, and we typically will see a form from the front, but I think it's significant that we have the third eye to the throat, to the heart, and to the kind of a combination of the sacral and root chakras. And so for those of you who have been experiencing some challenges with aligning your chakras, I believe this is calling attention to our back. And so if you are in a comfortable position where you can just rest your hands along the back of your head and just close your eyes and visualize your chakras in perfect alignment, that those meridians, those wheels are unhindered, that they are spinning freely so that none of your energy is blocked in any way. So from the third eye, that your mind, where memories reside, where thoughts and recollections of things that have happened to you, perhaps even traumas, not trusting yourself, your intuition, just envision that chakra being clear. If you move down to your throat, for those of us who maybe have had difficulty speaking our truth, your throat chakra may have been blocked or hindered. Just allow the flow of light and energy to pass through that chakra so that you can speak your truth, your authentic truth, and be confident in what you are saying, whether you are verbalizing it or just saying it within yourself with affirmations. Clear that chakra. And then as you get down to where the heart is, if you have been wounded, if you have been discouraged, if you have been struggling because of experiences that have, just kind of caused you to go within. The heart chakra is for an expansion. It's for you to be able to open and love and allow the love to flow freely, to be expansive. So if you feel like your heart chakra has shut down because you've been wounded, because you have been holding or storing unforgiveness, which is a big deal. We should not allow unforgiveness to take up root in the heart chakra, because just like the roots from a tree, if you could imagine it just enshrouding the heart and attempting to atrophy it so that it will not flow properly, the blood flow will not come through, the expansiveness, it'll be very tight. So if you have the ability to rub your palms together, that's going to open up those heart chakra activation. If you want to place your hand on your heart, and again envision that white, clear light just flowing through from the third eye to the throat to your heart. Forgive anyone that needs to be forgiven. Open up to the possibility of forgiving yourself if there are things that you may have said or done that you are not pleased with or feel badly about. Release all of that so that you can feel your best and be healed. Oh, that's right, King Trident. Retrograde is definitely causing some speech problems, but thankfully we are here as a collective to speak life and light and love and encourage people to overcome that particular aspect. And I know for people who recognize that there are indeed retrogrades and planetary alignments and supermoons and full moons that all impact our overall well-being. And so light workers, if you have been actively feeling fatigued, perhaps you may feel you've been under attack, it's very possible that you have, so trust your instincts. If you need to take a salt bath, if you need to sage, if you need Palo Santo, if you need to light a candle for intentions. I actually have the green healing candle right now, so it's very powerful. And so this is really, I feel like, a good cleansing to help us to recover our energy, recover our wellness, our light, so that we can continue to be the good in the world that we wish to see. Oh, yes, it is. The force is strong with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and read Ground Your Light, because I think this is so important. And before I do that, I want to talk just briefly about solar plexus and root. Solar plexus, your sense of self. If you have been struggling with your authentic self, showing up in the world as your authentic self, this is your time. Place your hand above your belly button and just connect to yourself, your sense of self. I am kind, I am smart, I am worthy, I am the light. Visualize that beautiful white light from the top of your head, just continuously flowing down into the throat, into the heart, and now into the solar plexus chakra, so that you can indeed restore the power to your core. And then as you go down a little bit lower and you get to your sacral root chakra area, if you have experienced unhealthy intimacy with partners that were not honoring the divinity and the humanity in you, if you have experienced any type of sexual trauma or abuse, This is an area that is very difficult because, as you notice, with being so close to the solar plexus, your sense of self can indeed become a little bit blurred and confused. I know people don't necessarily realize this, but the word intimacy, into me see, indicates that when you have any type of intimacy of that nature with another person, whatever energy they're in, whatever DNA they carry with them, there is a transference that happens. And so this is why it is super important to clear any soul ties that may be lingering from most previous relationships or traumas that have happened. Just again, you can place your hand on your belly button region or around your lower back, just above your tailbone, and just again envision that white light purifying, cleansing, and just healing any areas of you that have been connected to individuals that do not honor, did not cherish or appreciate your love, your light, your connection, so that you can bring that energy back to yourself. You don't have to feel like you were, like the Michael Jackson song, Smooth Criminal. Annie, are you okay? Like, did somebody come in and just, bamboozle you? You can cut those energetic cords. You can reclaim that energy. And I think that is so important for people who are feeling extremely fatigued. If you have not taken the time to take back your energy from previous lovers, intimate connections, one night stands, whatever has happened, I encourage you to take a moment to pull that energy back to yourself, a place of kindness, a place of love, a place of radical acceptance for yourself, so that you can end any toxic cycles of attracting from a place of wounding and attracting from a place of empowerment. Oh, and that's awesome. Acupuncture, just had it the other day. It was great. I hope it totally just gives you a new, just a renewal of your energy and encouragement and light. It says, ground your light, shine your light on the world, let your soul shine. The method of grounding our energetic bodies and auric fields and consciousness is to solidify our being in the present. Through the grounding process, our emotional and physical and spiritual bodies become unified, bringing balance and well-being to our souls. While this practice can be challenging, it is important for you to remember you are influenced energetically by your environment. Grounding anchors your energetic fields and connects you to your emotional body while being present and mindful within those moments. Strengthening your aura and your emotional and physical body is the primary goal of mindfulness as we feel everything we experience through this energetic space. You are doing yourself a disservice if you refuse to honor your own shining light. Embrace the inner spark that sets you apart from everyone. Claim and accept who you are as an individual so that you can thrive in your life. Oh, that's so beautiful. Embrace yourself with this new confidence. Currently, you may be feeling sluggish, unmotivated, or energetically flat, but your energy is distributed across different areas of interest, therefore making you weaker. Pay attention to how your body reacts around certain people, places, and situations. It is up to you to develop healthy personal and physical boundaries. Right now, you need to ground your own light. Come back to your heart space and center yourself in the present moment. Make sure you are consciously aware of your breathing. Is it slow? Is it fast? Is it intermittent? Integrate your physical space, your physical body with a positive charge by grounding your new and current experiences with breath work, bringing in new light energy through your own crown and anchoring your sacred self through your earth chakras will assist the grounding process. Most importantly, never give power to anyone to dim your light. You are a lighthouse, and you deserve to shine your light across the night. Oh, that's so beautiful. So the shadow aspect of this card is shyness, people-pleasing, self-sacrifice. The sacred crystal is red jasper, and the angels to assist are Archangel Sandalphon, energetic grounding and being in the present. The affirmation is, I anchor and ground my divine light in my heart, and I am free. That is beautiful. So I feel that this card is really speaking volumes to be here now. Many of us are kind of all over the place doing projects and things and trying to serve others, but there comes a point when you really have to make a decision to serve yourself, and that is not selfish, it is self-full. Iyanla Van Zant shared that in one of her stories not too terribly long ago. But I want to tell you how beautiful, how spectacular, and how important it is for each and every one of us to ground our light, to let our soul shine, to feel the peace that surpasses all understanding. A lot of us have experienced traumas in our lives that have caused us to disassociate from our body, not feeling safe, not feeling at home or comfortable in our bodies. And so therefore we are being asked to reconnect to ourselves. Start with grounding, connecting with the earth, getting our feet planted firmly on the ground, connecting to our heart space, connecting to our third eye chakra, our throat, being aware of those chakras, those energy meridians, and opening them up so that we can receive an infilling of that beautiful white light and energy that helps to power us. For those of us who utilize crystals in our healing modalities, we have to put the crystals out in the moonlight to recharge them. And so here we are connecting to our own, crystalline self. We need to recharge. And sometimes that means putting up boundaries, taking time for yourself, focusing on your breath work, because chi, your energy, prana, your breath, when those two are out of sync, your nervous system will get dysregulated. Oh yes, let's see, what do we have here? It says, thrive and live your best life. That's right, Kate. King Trident says, it's your choice to allow another person to diminish your light. Stay strong and never give someone else the power to diminish your light. That is absolutely right. Now, for most of us, that resonates like on the money. But for those who are struggling with authenticity, self-identity, self-awareness, and consciousness, it is going to be an everyday effort to come home to yourself and to stay comfortable in yourself enough to recognize who you are, not who you were expected to be, not who you thought you had to be for people to accept you, but to be at home in yourself. And so that's one of the things that I appreciate about King Trident's tribe, that I appreciate about Dynamic Jennifer, about Kate, about Lois, about Radhika, different people who have come to lend their light to this space for teaching purposes, for light, and for helping people to understand that we all go through struggles. Devora, Mark, we've all gone through it. Myself, we've all go through these things regularly, trying to stay in a posture that allows us to let the good light flow in and let anything negative and not serving our greatest and highest good to flow out. And so when folks experience the diminishing of their light, there is a shift that happens. It's typically when I think trauma has been introduced into someone's life, they have, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And so when you discover that that's how you respond, it kind of becomes a part of your personality. And so if you had a very overbearing caregiver, in order to survive your childhood, you may have found yourself submitting or accepting whatever was happening to you. And so in your adult life, as you're experiencing adult relationships, you end up discovering other people, other wounded people who come in with very heavy energy, and it's a trigger. And so you kind of pull back your light. And so this is the time for you to connect and ground yourself so that no matter who comes across your path, you are able to stand firmly and be able to overcome even the most negative individuals that attempt to just suck the light right out of you. All right, so we're going to go to the Power of Surrender deck. I don't know why that just was, good gravy. This deck is yet another one of these just teaching tools to help us in our journey with our inner light. In fact, I'll show you, this is what the cover looks like. Hopefully you can see that. And, that card flipped right over. My gosh, it says, surrender to divine timing. It says, sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. The universal flow. And that's what we're all hopefully moving into a direction of, is the desire to be in the flow and not be like the salmon swimming up the stream, using their energy in a way that just does not edify or build oneself up. And so that is so, so, so powerful. That's right. Let yourself heal. It is challenging at times. I will say that if you have been a person who is reactive, when you get triggered, unless you break the cycle, unless you do the exercises to neurocycle, to pause, to do breath work, you will get triggered. And so even people who feel that they are really mastered, catch them on a day that they just didn't expect anything to go jump off, and here you are triggered. And so today I was actually listening to a live with Dr. Nicole LaPera and Mel Robbins, and Mel Robbins has a new book out. I believe it's called High Five Habits, and it really is very interesting as she was kind of explaining. I think she has another book that was released prior called The 5-Second Rule. And it has to do with counting backwards from 5 in order to break the habit, break the pattern of whatever you would normally do to react in a situation. And so I thought that was definitely noteworthy, which is why I wanted to share it to all of you and encourage you, whether you have Amazon Kindle or go to the bookstore or you listen to it on Audible. That sounds like another worthwhile read. The High Five Habits really did talk about how to keep your vibration raised, how to focus on what you are moving towards rather than what has wounded you or injured you in the past. And so this is all part of surrendering to divine timing. A lot of us, we have been working on ourselves for a long time, and now we recognize divine timing is at play. Oh my goodness, this one jumped right out. So being able to take this time to listen to And I was going to say what your body is telling you, and that's the card that jumped out. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Yeah, it is like putting yourself in timeout. That is so true. But it says, listen to your body's messages about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. You want to be with people who bring out the best in you and not the stress in you, because you need all of your energy in order to do good on this earth, to take care of yourself, to care for others that have been placed in your charge. And if your tank of gas is on E, it is really difficult to try to bring the tank back up to full when you already feel like you're at a disadvantage. And so we want to listen to what our body is saying. Yeah, check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's the truth. I feel like this other deck, and we've worked with this one before, so I'm going to go ahead and set these aside. Bear with me here, folks. We're going to go with the Divine Abundance deck. So grateful for all these messages. Chickadee, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Booyah. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is too much. Wow. Wow, here it is. Non-duality. Let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You can become fluent in doing both. That is beautiful. This gives us hope that in the process of becoming our authentic selves, or as Dr. LaPera mentioned, returning home, you have the ability to connect to your self in humanity and your self that is inner divine, and to be able to be at peace with both. I know that sounds kind of funny to say it that way, but there are indeed times when, and I always chuckle. I say it's like the little angel on one shoulder and the little devil on the other. The little angel's like, just be nice, just be kind, use nice words. And the little devil's like, you know what? Let me tell you something. It's kind of like that. And so we have to constantly remind ourselves to stay in the light and not wreck ourselves, because when we start to spew negativity, I love that. I want to say it's Don Miguel Ruiz who wrote the book, who wrote many books, but one of them, The Four Agreements, and it talks about the poison of our words. And if we are poisoning people with our words, that is not good, because we know karma affects us here on the earth. And so we don't want to speak negatively. We don't want to speak angry or hostile to people, although we may be provoked at times. It's not advised to unload, unleash, and just verbally vomit on people. And I know there are times when that happens, and then you realize, oh my gosh, what have I done? And in those moments, that Ho'oponopono prayer comes in handy. Forgive the person, forgive yourself, recognize that you love yourself, that you love humanity, and just get back to that place of homeostasis. If you can get out of the reactionary stage and get back to a place of love and light, it is all good. I just chuckled as I looked down, and I thought, if you've ever watched any Tyler Perry Medea movies, you can seriously see what happens, how easy it is to get triggered. That character, she is so comical. I think Tyler Perry really captured a lot of the human dilemmas and challenges and issues with this character. And in fact, there is a video that he recorded called Let Them Go in the Medea character. And it talked about people being in your life for a season. It talked about some people are there just to throw shade. It's really good. So if you get a chance, definitely go on and watch that video, because it is really, really encouraging, because when you think about it, it is true. There are people who are there for seasons, and so it doesn't mean that they're going to be there throughout your entire life, but you can just, release people with love and light and keep going. And it's hard because there's a lot of folks dealing with codependency, and it's hard to unentangle yourself from situations that just don't seem for your greatest and highest good. But I encourage you that no matter where you are in your walk, no matter the struggles that you're having, recognize that your authentic humanity and your inner divine overrides all of the negative and unhelpful things that have been impacting you. So the next card that came out is gratitude. It says, fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for wherever you, or a vehicle for you wherever I go. Again, you want to allow the beacon of light to shine out from you, and that the darkness is not overruling or overriding you. Look at gratitude brings abundance. And so we are opening up doorways, pathways to abundance, to light, to wholeness and wellness. But we have to hold space in our heart for gratitude. And if we're too busy being piss and vinegar and angry about things that were done to us, said to us, it is like putting a cork in a bottle and trying to stop the flow. And so I just want to encourage each of you to please do not block this flow. Can't make this stuff up. Grounded is on the bottom. We just saw that in the first card we had about being grounded. Stay grounded. Don't let your ego take over and attempt to usurp the good common sense that you have in your heart. Just saying. Because people out there, they be trying to trip you up. So just watch yourself. Oh my goodness. Let's see. What else is in this deck for us? This is so encouraging. Yep, hashtag facts. Oh, here we go. Signs. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. Boom. And there's that heart activation, illuminated, and a lotus, of course. Inside the lotus, that's where we are sometimes in the dark, underwater, in the mud. We're growing. And when we come out, arms stretched wide open, we are able to manifest from a place of gratitude and abundance instead of lack and worry and fear. So that is just like, wowee zowie, guys. I am so thrilled that that card came out, because how beautiful, right? Back to the other deck. This is so interesting. I was like, really? Okay, I guess we're going back to this deck. What on earth? Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Okay, look at. This is weird. This card should not be in this deck. Now, I know sometimes it's a little late when our readings end and I'm putting stuff up, but this card should not have been in this deck. So I was guided to go back to the Power of Surrender deck. Here we are. This is from the Divine Feminine deck, and it is Inanna, the Queen of Heaven and Earth. I have nothing to hide, and I see and accept all that I am. All that you are. Look at that. And so the signs of all that you are is a divine being, a human being, and that you are connected to a process, plan, universe bigger than you. And so this is, oh my goodness, this is angelic influence. This is the conduit, the connection. We had grounded at the beginning of this, and now we have Inanna, which is the heavenly realm, connecting us to our divinity and our humanity. And what a powerful message. I am shook. Yep, signed, sealed, delivered. That's the truth. This is so beautiful. Ay, 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 folks. Let me sip my tea for a minute. That was very profound. I mean, seriously. Non-duality. We are as one. Humanity and divine. Heaven and earth. Nothing to hide. Universal love. Oh my gosh. That is just, oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say. You guys know if I'm at a loss for words, there it is. I am at a loss for words. That is huge. That card totally was not supposed to be in that deck, but apparently we were meant to see that message. And so maybe if you are struggling because you're trying really hard to be good and focused and positive, but you feel like your earthly nature just kind of, it's like having, your shoelaces tied together that you start tripping. Do not hold that against yourself. Pick yourself up, move forward, stay positive, and keep going in the direction of what brings your heart and soul joy. The next deck that I am led to is Super Attractor. What do you desire to attract? That saying, your vibe attracts your tribe, is legit. Straight up legit. I will tell you this. Your energy, any portals, windows, doors open in you, like-minded people will find you. So if you are very negative, negativity will find you. If you are very positive, positivity will find you. But if you are open and you are allowing the negative vibrations to draw people and experiences to you, you will see that on the regular. So make the choice to stay in the light for your own sake. It is so important. So what are we seeking to attract in this deck? This is weird again. Okay, guys, apparently the universe has a lot to say to us, because even in this deck is yet another card that does not belong there. I have never had this happen before, so I'm a little shook. I believe this card is from the universe has your back. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. All right. Ooh, my face is burning up, y'all. This is powerful. So here we are. The very first card we had was Ground Your Light. It is not an accident that this human being is in dark form and that we see the back. So whatever is to the back of you, whatever has happened in the past, the recent past, may have indeed caused you to get out of alignment, caused you nervous system dysregulation, and has sought to drain you. Now, why this is important is in your back is your kidneys, your adrenal glands, and if you are feeling extremely fatigued, there is a good chance that you may have experienced adrenal fatigue, especially if you have been dealing with people that are very, and I'm not going to use this as a judgmental term, but dramatic. What I really mean to say by dramatic is that the energy that they are operating in is so challenging that you find yourself exhausted and overwhelmed because of either the going back and forth or the challenges, and it is a lot to deal with. And if you find yourself in that experience, You will also likely find yourself feeling a little bit drained, a little bit challenged. And so take whatever time you can to work on the healing of your energetic boundaries. I want to hold this out because here's the earth, and then we have this card, Inanna, the Queen of Heaven and Earth. So if you feel like you have been in heavy, dark energy because of challenges, experiences, memories, traumas that you're trying to heal from, those are behind you. Now the universe is reminding you, let the universe teach you, and you'll always be guided back to the light, which brings you back to your connection to the divine, to the Queen of Heaven and Earth. Again, we have the masculine energy on the earth. We have the feminine energy in the heavens. And it is truly powerful that brings us into this higher vibration. And so this is just, I kid you not, I am just shook by the fact that two different decks that had a card that was completely not supposed to be in those decks, but yet those messages are exactly what was needed for such a time as this. That's right. True story. Let's see. Oh, look at, we can't even make this up. Spiritual alignment puts my manifestation into motion. This is what we're talking about. Being in alignment with what is for your greatest and highest good. And that includes people. There are some people that are going to not be going forward with you into 2022. Facts. Reality. Now, for those of us who are in the back of the room occasionally, listen to me. There are some individuals that will not be joining you for this next leg of your journey, and it's okay. You can release them with love and light, because you're right. That's right, Kate. Energy, vampires, and negativity leeches. You can release them with love and light and connect to your own spiritual alignment that puts your manifestation into motion. Connect to yourself. Come back home. If you have put out so much energy on someone outside of you, and you are recognizing that that is not the way, not for your greatest and highest good, bring that energy back to you. Refill your own love tank. Move forward with spiritual alignment so that your dreams and plans can come to fruition, because you are in alignment, and now you can manifest from a place of alignment. I don't know if you have ever tried to drive a vehicle where the power steering or the alignment is going out. It is very challenging. It takes more energy than it should to keep the car on the straight and narrow. Think of the same thing. Your physical body here on the earth is a vehicle. Turn around, turn around. Get that alignment tuned up, and then get back on the road. Life is a highway. Wanna ride it all night long. Get back on your highway. Stay in your lane, but get back on your highway, and you do you. And you know what? You don't have to chase people. What is for you will never pass you by. Do not chase people. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Don't look in that rearview mirror, because you're not going that way no more. That's true. No scrubs. And you know, it's true, because scrubs do come along and they're not working on themselves. And so they are actively okay with draining your light and your energy, but it's because they have not yet surrendered to healing on their own journey. So again, through radical acceptance, we release them with love and light. We wish them well. We hope that when they discover in this lifetime, on this journey, that they will be able to find peace. Yep. Oh my goodness. 2 of them. Okay, look at that. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. And I love, we have all these little dragonflies in here. Give yourself good food for thought. Do not look at yourself and just see what's not appealing, what you don't think is right. You know, the people who are your people, they love you. They don't care what color your skin is. They don't care how big your nose is. They don't care if you have, you know, a double chin. It doesn't even matter. That radical acceptance, that beautiful divine love comes from a place of that universal awakening of we are one. I accept you. We are all one. Hi, Lois. Good evening. So glad you could make it in. Look at this. I release time and let the universe show me what to do. Now see, here we go, y'all. Here we go. We just had, Lois, I'm going to do this just because I was trying to explain something. I'm glad you're here. I hope you get to see this. About the very first card we had was about grounding our light, and that these things that got out of sync happened in the past, but you're facing the light. We're moving forward. We had grounding, and then we had the Queen of Heaven and Earth. I have nothing to hide. I accept all that I am. That includes the shadows, the areas of yourself that you are not proud of, areas where you were not awakened and you did things, said things, or behaved in a way that now you would just cringe and go, oh no, what was I doing? You can make peace with that and focus on what you want going forward. We had a card reminding us to pay attention to the signs. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. A lot of us have mistrusted ourselves for so long that when the divine is sending us sign after sign after sign, we're still sitting there like, but could you send me a sign? We are receiving signs. It's coming from the inside, the inner divinity. Tuning our thoughts into good thoughts, getting into spiritual alignment so we can manifest, you know, allowing the universe to guide us to the light. And for people who are out there actively seeking and hoping to pick a mate, pay attention to the light. There was a saying that says, stay close to people who feel like sunshine. Stay close to the light, and you'll always be guided back to the light. And now, release time. Let the universe show you what to do. Some people are going to need to make a bold move. They've been sitting on their hands like draw four on Uno, and the time is coming for them to show up as their authentic self, trusting that the universe has their back and that there's nothing that is going to be lost by being authentic, by being truthful, and by moving forward boldly. For some people, it will be more subtle. The universe will give you some micro tweaks. It might be a job. It might be leaving a job. It could be a relationship. It could be anything, but pay attention. Those signs are coming through. But most importantly, enter into every transaction over the course of your day with gratitude. Activate the good with gratitude and love and light. And I'm telling y'all, if I find one more card that should not be in a deck, I'm going to have a word with myself and my assistant. I'm telling you, I just had to chuckle about that. I'm going to go ahead. Haven't worked with this deck in a while, but I felt like magical times call for magical times. We need to believe in the magic of good and light and love, and that there is still good in the world. It is so important to remember that. Sometimes people get jaded because they feel so burnt out that the people they've trusted have let them down and have abandoned them or rejected them. But those people in that timeline were not for your greatest and highest good. So do not be dismayed or disappointed that they are not actively a part of your life now, wish them love and light so that they can go on and do what they are destined to do. And if your paths are meant for them to sync up in a future time, it will. It will. All right. Wow, look at that. Confidence. Be bold. Rise up. Stand tall and feel the fire in your soul. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down. I love that song. I like me some Carole King, you guys. Seriously, though, look at this eagle. Fly like an eagle into the future. Fly. Fly like an eagle into the future. Feel the confidence. Today I will connect with my inner power and be bold. I will rise up and know my worth. I will banish all uncertainty and remember with pride my accomplishments. I will let no one diminish me. I embrace the strong, beautiful presence that I am, and I will go forth with courage. Oh, yeah, that's right, Kate. Yes, I know, King Trident. I know all about that, but we may fall down, but we get right back up. And we use those lessons, we use those experiences to rebuild and to build stronger and to build wiser. And when we do that, we're able to grow through what we go through, because now we are wise enough to do what you have said for many years, which is to feel it in order to heal it. Quote, quote, King Trident. Confidence. I love this. Be bold. You know what song came to mind earlier? You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. All I know, love will save the day. I think it was Desiree that sang that song, but yeah, now I understand. We do have to have that confidence to get out there and to be encouraged and to be bold and wise and strong, even when we don't feel like it, but eventually that confidence does kick in and you begin to open your wings, spread your wings, and fly. Fly. Okay, now I did something naughty. I did not think it was this card, so I put it back after it came out, shuffled, and guess what came right back out? Hello. Nature. Of course nature is there. We've been seeing these cards popping up about grounding and connecting to Mother Gaia. It says sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air to remember who you are and where you want to be. Remember where you ought to be. Sometimes there is a quiet before the next event. And so during that moment, breathe in, take a breath, just feel that moment. Like Whitney Houston, one moment in time. Take that moment in time and feel eternity, like the song says, give me one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be, when all of my dreams are a heartbeat away and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. There in that one moment of time, I will feel, and I will feel eternity. Feel it. Feel it. I love it. There's that part when she says, you're a winner for a lifetime. There in that one moment of time, make it shine. Give yourself a moment in time where you shine. If you feel like you've been dull, if you feel like you've been dim because your energy has been used on people and experiences and things that have not served your greatest and highest good, but yet still provided you with the blessing of a universal lesson, take that moment and shine in it. Throw your arms out to the divine and say, I thank you that I learned what I needed to learn from that lesson. Thank you for that experience that is now going to cause me to be more aware. Thank you, universe. Thank you, divine. Thank you. If there's a person, you can insert their name. Thank you for the lesson I learned through the experience I had with you. And connect to that moment and remember who you are. I love that movie Black Panther when the mom says, remember who you are. And it was like he was beaten and he was defeated. Sorry, I don't mean to be a spoiler, but there was a scene where he was just crumpled down and it looked like things weren't going good for the kid. And then his mom said, remember who you are. Remember who you are. I said that yesterday to someone. And I had to remind them, I says, remember who you are. Remember, you're a king, you're a queen, you're an emperor, you're an empress. You are powerful. Connect to who you really are. Remember. Remember. Expectation. Be open for whatever comes next. It might just be the music your heart has been waiting to hear. Oh, loved ones, listen. It's okay to have hope. Sometimes when we've gone through things, we feel so badly that they didn't go as we expected, and we feel pricked in our heart. We feel sad, but look at this picture. This is being in flight. It's moving. It's not allowing the things that have hurt you or upset you or disappointed you to stop you. Fly away, fly into the sky. I was just thinking that song, The Wind Beneath My Wings. Fly so high against the sky that you touch it. You're so high on life. Don't let those experiences bring you down. Expect good. Expect positive, expect healing. You know, people who have lost a loved one, people who have lost a job, their home, their health, you know, they've gone through so much and maybe they just expect the worst right now. Things don't look particularly great in the world, but have hope and be open for whatever is coming next. Know that good things are indeed coming for you. And keep being the good in the world that you want to see. Keep doing it. Don't give up. Keep going on. That's right. Trust in the divine process. Everything for your greatest and highest good. Always. Oh, yes. Look at that. Discernment. See the truth of a situation and use common sense. Do not be fooled. Pay attention. Your intuition knows. We have had several cards tonight about intuition. If you have been second guessing yourself because of something that you went through, maybe you feel like you misjudged someone, and as a result, you feel like, oh my gosh, my knower doesn't know anymore, and you don't feel like you can trust. This is why the cards talked about getting back to your authentic self, listening to your inner divine knowing, getting your chakras into alignment so that you can hear clearly, see clearly, so that you are not having the wool pulled over your eyes. Go into every set of circumstances with your eyes wide open. And part of discernment is knowing yourself enough to know if you have inner wounding that will connect you to toxic people like a moth to a flame. It is your responsibility to do the work so that you do not allow yourself to go head first into things that are not for your greatest and highest good, simply because it is a repetitive pattern within your life. That's part of discernment. Know yourself, know your patterns, understand yourself, have compassion for yourself. And if you do run into that situation, grow through what you go through. Don't let it jade you. Don't let it take away your joy and cause you to not want to open your heart. Just use all of your senses, the clairs, clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance. Use all your senses. We had a card, I think, a couple back that said, the energy from other people. There it is. Aha, there it is, guys. Listen to your body messages about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. That is the discernment right there. Listen to your body. Do not allow yourself to rush into things that are not healthy for you, because it is an old pattern, old habit. Focus on where you want to be and start there now. These cards I absolutely adore. Of course, the first card that fell out, can't make this stuff up, is Lapis Lazuli. This is from the Crystal Angels deck, and it's life-changing epiphany or experience. It's a good time of big and blessed change for you, and God supporting you each step of the way. How beautiful is that? The divine is always supporting you every step of the way. Trust and know that your angels, your spirit guides, your team are always with you. And here, this discernment might mean you're going to have to pull the sword of truth that has been covered up and hidden under masks and, unhealthy behaviors and patterns, and get that light of truth out in front of you so that you can make decisions in the light. Don't go backwards. Don't go back to that place of darkness and confusion. Make educated decisions with discernment. Trust yourself. Trust that inner knowing. Your gut tells you things all the time. Turn on your senses so you can hear it and feel it and know it, so that you can make healthier choices going forward. This one flipped over. Divine life purpose. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. Good Lord, if I had a box of microphones, I'd be dropping them everywhere right now, guys. Can you believe this? I mean, seriously, how many times does the divine want us to know we are divine, we are human, but that we have inner guidance and that we are being led to fulfillment by being in the flow, by surrendering things that are not good for us, by pulling our energy back to us, by staying in alignment with what is for our greatest and highest good, to fulfill our divine purpose, and to trust that we are in the flow of the divine universe, and everything around us is interwoven and connected, and to recognize it. And the stone is aquamarine, but do you see it? Do you understand? This card that came out, look at this. Do you see they match? Now, I just want to show you that not all of these cards have that same exact, background. This sword being pulled out of this darkness into the light, this is you, this is me, we've come out of these hard, rigid places where we were not able to fully be illuminated in our truth, in our light, in our love, in our walk. And now here we are. We have been the sword pulled out of the stone. We are illuminated, and we are paying attention to the inner knowing. So I have to read the aquamarine to you, because apparently there's something we need to know. So It says this card appears to answer questions about your next steps, your career, your spiritual path, or your life purpose. Your purpose, like everyone else's, is to love. The form that you choose to express love needs to be based upon what you love to do. For example, if you enjoy writing, write. Counseling your friends, being with animals and nature, cooking, artistry, teaching children, doing healing work, conducting research. Following your heart will lead you to the right direction. Yes, you may need to use your head to do some planning. Partner up with others who have strengths complementary to your own. God and your guardian angels are reassuring you that the love you feel is a sign that this path of action is your life purpose. Your life purpose. We cannot make this up. So all of these areas have to be cleaned up, cleansed, purged, so that you can be fully illuminated in your truth, fully illuminated in your light, so that you are able to move forward beautifully, effortlessly, with discernment, with wisdom, listening to your body, not allowing yourself to be pulled by old habits or behaviors. You are free. You are freed from this harsh reality that maybe you have been involved in since your early childhood. Maybe you were involved in a harsh environment when you were in your mother's womb. You just never know. Everyone has gone through an invisible battle that nobody else knows about, only you. But what I'm saying to you tonight is no matter where you came from, this is where you're headed. This is divine timing. When you're ready, you will come out of this, and then you will be here. And you will be illuminated, and you will be paying attention to the light. You will be attracting the light. Yes, cleansing this fall. Going forward, we're about to reach October, the 10th month of the year. Moving forward. Bring yourself to the light. Come out. And don't be afraid of the shadow work that you have to do to get there, because it's really just for your greatest and highest good. It's only going to enhance and develop who you are and what you bring to the table. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. I know a lot of us look for people to co-sign things, but I'm telling you, the divine is saying, trust yourself, please. You're being given intuitive hits. Sometimes people be like, well, I don't know what to do. Yes, you do. Listen and pay attention to the signs. You'll know what to do. Your knower knows. All right. We are going to go with Archangel Metatron, Self-Mastery. Thank you so much. Blessings to you. You know what? We should do a joint live event. Let's get out there and help raise the vibration in the collective. Let me know when you have some time and we can get a live event set up, whether you want cards or, share a message. You know what to do. Hit me up, bro. All right, everybody. Here we go. Ooh, wow. I cannot believe this. It says, conquering fear. Start today. Start today. Look at that. Baby steps. And oh my gosh, let me see. Where did I just put this card? Look at that. Look at that. So we had this. We have this. Taking baby steps, moving forward. That is so powerful. See, even when you are afraid, come out and be bold. Hi, Rebecca. Good evening. Good evening. So good to see you. Wow, this is just, oh my gosh, this card is glorious. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let me see. I'm just so fired up because the card says, conquering fear, start today. We had a card that said confidence, be bold. Whatever it is that you have been waiting or delaying, now is the time to move forward. It says, fear makes you feel small, fragile, threatened, unable to take the next steps. You may also feel isolated, and yet you are not alone. Many angels surround you, wishing to help. Angels on duty. Look at that. So often you forget to call on them, and when you do ask, you may doubt that you've been heard. So you ask again and again, weakening your own faith that they are actually there. Yet angels have been around you since you were first born. They heralded your arrival, celebrated your successes, and tried to pick you up when you have failed or been hurt or needed their care and love. They remind you that you have already accomplished and conquered many things that have always survived and grown stronger. This new fear around you has now arisen out of your own shadow. It is the side of you that mistakenly thinks it keeps you safe by staying exactly where you are, never trying anything new. And it comes through in negative voices that say, I can't or I won't. And those are just energetic blocks that can be broken through by proclaiming, yes, I can, and yes, I will. I know that seems difficult now, but take it one step at a time. Break it down into achievable chunks and made comfortable to you so you can cross each stepping stone with growth, confidence, and trust. Metatron sends his angelic helpers, and they will stay with you day and night, urging you on, taking each step with you, yet not doing it for you. You have to instigate each step for yourself. They are here because you have called out for help, and they're responding as they always do. So feel their presence around you now. Let them help you breathe into the fear, and so you can feel the presence of the angels around you. Let the fear dissolve into light. See, there's the breath work again. Breathe into your fear and then exhale it. Let it out. So that way you're doing a cycle, the process. It's there, you're acknowledging it, but you don't have to hold it in. You can breathe it out. Feel the safety net that the angels have placed under you, allowing you to not fall. Feel the safety of the blue light around you and the care of your angelic helpers. You may be going through a new job, a new life stage, leaving the safety of home, learning something new, traveling to somewhere different. All fears are understood, but know that they can be healed. No fear is too great, no fear is too small for you to bring up now for healing. So let's take a moment, wherever you are. If you have been apprehensive or fearful of something in your life that you need to move forward with, breathe in, acknowledge it, and now breathe out and say, I can and I will. You will go through it and you will get through it. The universe has your back. The moment you face fear, you see that it is actually smaller than you thought. Take action, create positive energy around it, and take that first step away from it. Doing so is going to give you a greater sense of pride. Pat yourself on the back and do it today. You will feel better for doing so. And that is the truth. Here it looks like, well, I'm not sure the steps to take to move forward, but I'm going to do it. And as you do, you will gain your strength, you will gain your faculties, you'll start to be more aware of what's going on around you, and you will move in strength, and that fear will become smaller. It'll shrink down smaller and smaller so that you can take the necessary steps to be fully exposed, fully vulnerable, fully authentic, so that you can live your life peacefully and radically accepting of yourself. This is you enshrouded in whatever you have hidden yourself with. This is you out of the darkness, out of the stone, almost fully exposed, but Still learning, still growing. And this is you saying, I'm out now. I'm ready. I'm taking these steps. I don't really see anything underneath me, but I'm walking out on faith. I'm making a decision to do something of quality for myself. I know that I am supported. My ancestors, my team, my spirit guides, my angels, the divine, Mother Gaia are all supporting me and are there for my greatest and highest good. So now I can take these steps to move forward and know that all is well and shall be well, as above, so below. We had a card earlier that was from a deck that was not even supposed to be mingled into a deck I was working with, and it was the Goddess of Heaven and Earth. I am not afraid. I want to see if I can pull. Yep, there it is. The card's sitting right here. It is this card, Anana. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. This is all that you are. And you're so much more than you thought you could be. Look at the transformation from this to this to this. Trust the process and trust yourself. You're on your way. You are on your way. This deck I have not worked with in a really long time, but I want to share to you a message of encouragement here. Oh my gosh, we can't make this up. This is the card that was right on top. It says, all is possible when your heartfelt vision is in alignment with your values. Believe in your dream. Love it. Breathe it. Let it fill your thoughts. But you must take action towards it a little each day until it becomes your primary action. Dreams are first envisaged, but then they must be built. You will succeed if you work at it. Wow. Tony Carmine Salerno, your deck never disappoints. That was right on time. Right on the money. That's right, Rebecca. Yes, yes, yes. This is it. This is the answer. Love is always the answer, but this is of great importance to us. I'm going to read it one more time. All is possible when your heartfelt vision is in alignment with your values. Believe in your dreams. Love it, breathe it, and let it fill your thoughts. But you must take action also. Work towards it a little each day until it becomes your primary action. Dreams are envisaged, but then they must be built. You will succeed if you work at it. I looked right down, and that magical times deck, quest. Be bold, and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. Golly. Jiminy crickets. Card on top of that card. Friendship. Be with the ones who make you shine, who love you and really care. Keep those and let the others go. We cannot make this stuff up. If there are people in your life that are bringing out the best in you and not the stress in you, those are your people. Embrace those beautiful friendships and put the effort and energy into them. That's right, we are on our own quest. Gosh, this deck is just like having its own little conversation here. It says, union. You have seen and unseen allies. Draw upon their strength. Join forces with friends and flourish. There it is. Action. Stop hesitating. Movement creates the magic. Nothing can hold you back. Remember who you are. Nothing can hold you back. That is the final message for tonight. I hope that each of you are filled with so much encouragement, that you feel empowered, that you feel a new sense of strength and encouragement to boldly move forward with your plans, your dreams, your hopes. Do not allow yourself to become enmeshed in energetic entanglements that are not for your greatest and highest good. And believe me, You will know in your knower if it is something that is not for you, because what is for you will not pass you by. What is for you, you will not have to chase. And you will know by your body's wisdom. This card, if you take any one thing with you tonight from this message, from this live, listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward with confidence. Namaste. I bow to the love and light and honor each one of you on your journey. So grateful that you were able to join us. If you're watching the playback, I am so grateful that you were able to partake of these messages. I hope it will encourage you and guide you and lead you back to a place of empowerment if you have been feeling concerned or that you're not ready to make the bold moves that you're being prompted to by the divine. Please listen to your inner knowing. Please take action and know that you are divinely guided and supported. And remember who you are. Blessings of love and light to each one of you. And until next time,